Day 13, here we go. Daily video. I'm kind of getting the hang of this. It's working slowly. I just sent a messenger out, an email out. The choice boards 2 are finished and they're posted on Canvas. So take a look at those and whatever you like to take, kind of exercise that math mind of you. That's what I'd like you to do this next few days. We'll have another one come out at the end of the week and give you some activities for spring break. We know that you don't expect to normally do a lot of stuff, but we want to keep your mind working just a little bit. And we plan on new instruction when we get back. Again, so geometry, that's going to be trigonometry. Algebra, it'll be quadratics. And some kids are asking me, can I do this? Can I move on? Of course, you can go on your own and look at stuff. Absolutely. We don't want to hold you back at all. All right. So as far as I'm pretty impressed, quite frankly, with my Canvas. I ignored Canvas for 5 years, and I got a couple things on there. And my goal now is to try and put most stuff on Canvas. I got it a little bit organized. I have discussions under some of the videos. What else am I doing on there? And the goal is that we talked in our staff meeting today, and we think a lot of families are probably overwhelmed with all the stuff in the emails. Your inbox is cluttered like mine is. And Mrs. Taylor and I kind of discovered that I'm not sure students like to email. I think you like to text and do all the other stuff. So I'm going to try to do most of our discussions on the discussion aspect. So, and when I threw that one out the other day, I had a lot of people replied who didn't reply via email. So thank you for doing that. Also, I want to do shout outs today. I asked you a question yesterday about the barrage balloon. So I threw a little discussion thing up there really quickly, and I'm going to shout out to kids who answered it. And it was Ramon and Christian Edwards, both 7th graders in algebra, and Kendall Sage responded about what a barrage balloon was that my dad did, and they were like blimps. They were blimps, they were huge, and they were attached by steel cables, and they went up and they forced the German bombers or the enemy aircraft to fly higher rather than lower. So, and my dad was certified to somehow operate those things. I don't know if he ever did, but that's what that barrage balloon certificate was. So anyway, shout out to those guys for that. Thank you. What else do I have today? Not a whole lot. Oh, the choice boards. A couple things. If you, I like the Khan Academy one for algebra kids. It's called Tolls and Trolls. It's a good review of systems by graphing, and also it talks about intercepts a little bit, which we'll need to do a little bit as we move forward. So that's a good one for the algebra kids. And geometry, the CPCTC. That's also a good one to review there if you get a chance. So want to get onto those things. So we did yesterday the, one more shout out. That's why I wanted to shout out. We had the discussion about your highs and lows of the, of this quarantine or lockdown, but staying home. And a lot of your comments were great. Nice hearing from you. And yes, we all love sleeping in and we do miss our friends, but a couple of people were just very entertaining. I love Sylvie Ogelas. Those comments were awesome. And Landon Crocker had kind of a good one too. So you want to take a look at that. They're rather entertaining. I'll tell you one person who we're not going to shout out though, and we're going to call it the person who shall not be named. The person who puts the date up in my room first period. I have not heard from that person at all. So we're calling him the person who shall not be named. I don't know if he's out there or not. So anyway, so den artifacts in my den. I know they're kind of boring to most of you. Yesterday was this barrage balloon thing, but today we're going with sports trivia. Okay. Yesterday would have been my first Mariner game. I have a 20 game package, but it's probably no baseball for a while at least. But I love baseball. And I've gone to some, I went to the very first ever Mariner game. Mariner first nighter in the Kingdom. It was awesome. But the real den artifact is this picture here. Got this from my brother, my younger brother. He's the one that passed away a couple years ago, and him and his son and I, we were in his den a couple weeks after he passed away, looking for all the things that we wanted. And I only wanted one thing. Drew, his son, got all of it, but I wanted this one picture that he had that I was been always jealous of, and I love this picture. It's my favorite picture. It is a picture of. It's hard to see there, the glare, but it's Six Seattle Stadium. Now, you may not have known, Seattle had a baseball team before the Mariners. Now they are the Milwaukee Brewers. So I'm going to put this question up for you after the video. And here's your shout out today. It's called The Seattle Pilots with their name. And there's a very famous book written about the Pilots, written by one of the Pilot players. So if you can be the first one to tell me on the boards what the name of the book was and what the baseball player's name was that wrote the book, you'll get a shout out on tomorrow's video. It seems like I'm forgetting something else, but I don't think there's really anything else on my notes here. We had a staff meeting today. We're working as hard as you are trying to figure this whole thing out. So we're going to make it. We're getting through the nuts and bolts. I think Canvas is going to be easier, so we'll give that a shot. And miss you all, and have a good day, and we'll hopefully get you a message out tomorrow.